for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Say that it's love, but to me it's looking counterfeit.
So this part right now, once you've finished your cross lace, you see that it's a little stiff, doesn't really have a pocket. This is where we will pound in the armor mesh. So what you're gonna need is a pocket pounder of your choice. We use one with a little pool ball. So you'll just take it and you'll pound it right here in between the wings, kind of where we want that sweet spot to be. And you'll just do a rocking back and forth motion. So I'll pound it in and then I'll rock it back and forth to really break in that armor mesh piece. I'll give it a couple pounds just regularly. Some on the side. Then once I feel that we're good to go, now you can see the pocket. And now we'll move on to our shooters. So now we're going to do our shooting strings. At this point, you're going to need your 2 nylon strings. You're going to take one for the top and one for the U. So we're going to start with our regular straight shooters. Those will be the ones that go across here. What you're going to do is poke your string, your nylon, just like we did with the cross lace. You're going to poke it through this second hole that has your sidewall single wrap in it. So poke the string. You might have to pull the knot up just like the other one to get it in. Poke it through here and pull through. Now once you're here, I like to put my stick like right here so that I have a good hold to use both hands. You're going to even your strings, even them out. Now once they're even, I'll do it this way so you can see. Through this first gap, so that's in between your head and the sidewall, you're going to do a double cross. So when you cross, you're going to take your left over your right, just like this motion, and cross. So you're just going to weave all the way down. So left over right, you're going to cross once, cross twice in this big section. Then once you're here, you're going to cross through the section in between the 2 like different looking knots. So cross once in there. Once you've crossed through that section, now you're going to cross in the same rectangle that the bottom of that knot is in. So you see how we use this top and this second one, these two? You're going to cross in that second one. Cross in there. And now just continue to crisscross all the way on that same row across the armor mesh piece. So now that you've done this rectangle, do the rectangle next to it. Just going straight across, the one in the middle, parallel. The same one. And then now we're just going to mirror what we did on that first side. So crisscross in the same section as the bottom part of the knot. Similar to the left side, crisscross in between, that space in between both knots. Still going left over right. Then we're going to crisscross 1, 2 in that last big section. And now that we're here, we're going to finish off and pop. So here's our string. I'm here after my last. So here I am after the last one. I'm going to take my inside string and just pop that one through this bottom hole, the same as your sidewall, just like we did over here, and pop that string through so that now both of my strings are on the back of the head. You've done your shooters across. Now don't tie them off. You'll have time to adjust in this part. So you can kind of go left to right, pulling and adjusting to the tightness that you'd like it. And then once you feel that it's good for you and your straight shooters are tight, you're going to do one single knot, tying them around each other. So using both strings, just do one knot to finish off. That's the top shooter. Now for the U shooter, you're going to take your second nylon string and you're going to poke it through, starting at this second hole, so this, well, first hole right underneath the first interlock. Go outside in behind the sidewall string. So poke that through behind the sidewall. Now, I'll hold it in here. From here, you're going to even it out just like we did the top. You're going to go in the first gap, right, that's parallel to the hole that you just came in the head with, crisscross. So first interlock hole. Next, you're going to go horizontal up to this second space in between the first two normal interlocks, crisscross. Now that you're going to insert into the armor mesh piece, you'll go and crisscross one above the first normal interlock on the mesh. So crisscross in the rectangle, one above that normal one. Then once you're here, you're going to do two, and each rectangle is parallel to your second knot on the armor mesh. So here's the second interlock knot. You're going to use these two that are parallel to these two. So crisscrossing that second one parallel. Then crisscrossing this top one that's also parallel. So just right above it. Then once you're here, you're going to go over and up one more into this big middle one. Crisscross in there. You can check yourself by seeing that there should be one rectangle in between your top and your bottom. So see, there's one. Then now once you finish this, same as the top, you're just going to mirror on the other side. So what you're going to do is crisscross the rectangle across from that knot, the top one. Go one down and crisscross that second one that's parallel. Then once you're here, you're going to crisscross in that rectangle that's one above your first regular knot. Then you're going to crisscross in between the two first regular ones. Crisscross one that's down from that. And then same as your top string, or your top shooter, take your inside, so that would be my left hand, your inside string, and poke that out, that first hole right underneath that first sidewall interlock, and exit. There's the pattern of your U shooter. Now from here you can adjust by putting a pocket pounder or a ball right in the sweet spot that you would want it. So you can choose whether you would like a high pocket, a little bit lower, or just a regular. You'll sit the pocket or your pocket pounder right there, and then you'll simply just go around adjusting your U shooter, pulling these to the tightness you'd like them. To add more or less whip, you can give this another good pound or two if you'd like, to really form that U shape. Then once you're here, you're going to tie off, and you feel that your strings are good to your liking, you're going to tie off your side string in that same single knot that you did for your top shooters. So just wrap them around themselves and tie off once. I like to give it a good pound, see once it sits, and then that's going to be your top and your U shooters for armor mesh.
Yeah, we are always running for the thrill of it, always pushing up the hills.